OT 101 Lesson 25-1. All right, so you've gotten up through this point just reading about Microsoft Word and doing a few little things, but you haven't really saved anything or done any real work. And the challenge here is that they have you jumping back and forth between the little word manual and your big GDP book. And I know that can get a little crazy. So I wanted to show you how to do 25-1, the email message, okay? So I am looking at page 85 in your GDP manual, the larger book. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on Start Work. And it says, do you want me to open this with Microsoft Word? Yes, I do. And it's going to open up. And if it's not big, you can just hit this maximize button. And the first thing I want you to notice is anytime you see this big yellow bar, you need to hit Enable Editing. The next thing I want you to notice, and this is super important, is that this file already has a name. Do not alter the file name. That's really important. All right, so once you get this far, take a look at page 85 in your textbook, and you're going to type in where it says Document Processing, Hi Renee. Okay, so you get that all typed in. All right, so you typed it all in, right? Now what you're going to do is you're going to do a File, Save As. Now, this is where you have to go and find on your computer where you're going to save it. So you're going to click on Browse. So I have a folder for OT 101, and then this is Lesson 25. You can save this however you want. Just make sure you can find it. And remember, don't change the file name. Leave it exactly as it is. So you do the File Save As, you go locate where you want it on your computer, and then you don't change this file name no matter what, and you hit Save. And it's saved, okay? Now what we have to do is we have to jump back over into GDP. Now it says Upload Save File, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to click Browse, and now you have to go hunt the file down that you just saved, okay? And again, everybody's is saved differently. And you just go find it, and you just double click it. And now you want to sit and wait. It takes it a few minutes. You see this little clock? So you just want to hang out, and then you can see that the Submit Work button popped up, right? So I can go ahead and hit Submit Work. And again, this all takes a few minutes, so let it go. And here's the scoring results. Now, as you can see, I put 2 spaces in after a piece of punctuation, and there's only supposed to be 1. I have 5 errors in here I have to go find. So we're going to scroll down. Okay, and here it is. I have a bad habit of spacing 2 times after a period. Okay, I also made proofread 2 words, and it should be 1. 5 errors is not good. You can't have more than 2 errors, okay? So I have to go back and fix this. So I'm just going to close this file. And now I'm going to go Edit Work. Okay, so if you're not happy with your score and you can't have more than 2 errors, then you click on Edit Work. And it's going to open the file back up. And it's going to like yell at me. Here it comes. Now I have to go through and find those errors. So what you want to do is you want to come up here and you want to turn on your Show Hide. That's really important because that's how you're going to be able to see if you have more than 1 space after punctuation. So I can also increase my zoom. See it right here? And that'll also help me to see every place where I have 2 strokes of the Enter key. So I remember I had proofread as 2 words, right? It should only be 1. Now, do you see how there's 2 dots here for spaces, and there should only be 1? So we're going to take those out. This is a bad habit I need to get rid of. And it's there because when I learned to type, you space twice after any ending sentence punctuation, but that's not true anymore. So what you have to do is you have to go through, for those of you who are like me, this will be a habit you really need to work on because it will be scored as an error every time you do that. Now obviously if you had any typos or anything, it would have picked that up too, and you have to fix it. And I'm just sitting here looking at every little end sentence punctuation and making sure that I only spaced one time. Okay? So then you're going to save it, and then you're going to turn around and you're going to upload it again the same way and have it scored. The other thing I want to point out to you is when you're typing in Microsoft Word, you do not press your Enter key unless you intend to start a new paragraph. So even though if you look at your book, it says, "Hi Renee, email is easier to read when the message and subject line are short and concise, period." And then in the book, the word "the" is actually down here. And that's because your book is smaller than this piece of paper. Okay? So don't press your Enter key just because the book breaks the line at a certain place. You just keep typing. You let Word decide where the line breaks unless you're leaving a blank line to start a new paragraph, and that's the only exception. All right, so all you would have to do is save this. Okay, we do the same thing. We'd go File, Save As, and we would go hunt it down. Okay, and now look, I want you to look at this file name. So this is the original file I did. Look, it adds that on itself. You don't have to do anything. But what you have to do is you have to pay attention, because now when we go to upload the file, we have to know that the one we're uploading is 25-1-1-1. Okay, so I'm going to hit save. All right, and now we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to go back over to GDP, and we're going to go back to Browse, upload and save your file to GDP, Browse. And now look, there it is. It's the one with the extra 1 on the end. And we're going to remember to watch the clock and let it take a few minutes. Okay, don't go too fast. You have to let it get up there. And then we want to score our work. Sorry, I didn't hit submit, did I? Submit my work first before I can score it, right? Then it comes up, and look how many errors I have. This is what you want to see on all of your homework, because that's how you get a good grade. Okay? And so now I have no mistakes, and I can just close this, and I can move on to the next lesson.